Alright, hello everybody. Hello, and welcome. Today is a Wednesday, January 20th, 2016. Apologies, I am Darkside Phil, and yes, I am sounding very nasally still. Sucks. But it is what it is, and welcome to today's gameplay stream, which is going to be the continuation of Resident Evil 0 Remastered. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I see many people joining the stream. Hopefully you guys are having a lot of fun with everything going on lately. I have been, that's for sure. So to get everyone kind of caught up and up to speed on what's happening, first of all, yesterday I started my playthrough of Resident Evil 0. It is very difficult. It is my first run in the game, the first time I'm ever playing the game. And obviously not knowing where the items are, what enemies are where, etc. It is quite challenging. In addition to that, I'm playing it on the hard difficulty. So because I am doing that, you know, I don't know how much of a challenge it's actually going to end up being here. In the end, I guess we'll find out, right? We'll see as I continue to play the game how much daunting of a task it is. Just to give you some perspective, that last boss fight against a giant centipede, I used every piece of ammo that I had in order to kill the damn thing. So, if that's not some perspective, I don't know what is in regards to the game's difficulty level. But I guess we'll see. I'm having fun with it, even though it is frustrating to a point. I think everyone's first run in a game like this, especially if they've never played it before, is probably frustrating. And then once you get to know the tricks and you know, what exactly to expect, that's when it gets a little bit better, you know, eases up a little bit. So, anyway, I'm having fun. And I hope that you are having fun as well, following along. So, last night, after I played, you know, Resident Evil 0 for around 3.5 hours. I put together a special first impressions video for my new YouTube channel, KO Gaming, and it went live last night. Those who have watched it seem to really enjoy it, getting a lot of positive feedback about it. Saying already, just between my first video on KO Gaming, which was my review of Fallout 4, and this video, I've already made some pretty big improvements. Listened to, you know, to the constructive feedback that I got on the original video and tried to spruce it up a bit. And, you know, in general, some of the guidelines that I've received from people when it comes to these edited videos is, number one, keep them as short and simple as possible, although try to hit upon all the points that I normally would have in a longer, more drawn-out video. So what I'm actually doing is trying to keep them 10 to 15 minutes long tops, but edit them highly so that it's fast-paced and moving rather than a lot of the dead time that takes place in my old-style video where I'd be talking to the camera and there'd be a lot of dead time, a lot of me repeating things because it was all one take on the fly, okay? Number two, text on the screen is good, but it should not cover everything going on the screen. It should not be on the screen for an extended period of time. Already, this video, I dramatically cut down on the amount of text on the screen, and the text that I had on the screen only was up there for a few seconds. Number three, having video clips that are pertinent to what I'm saying in the video, which I very much am planning on doing in all of my edited content coming up. You know, that would not be anything that I wouldn't want to do. It's actually exactly what I want to do. I think a lot of people were a little turned off by the Fallout 4 review because a lot of the things I was saying, I didn't have footage that lined up with it, and quite simply put, that was because my Fallout 4 playthrough was over 200 parts long. So good luck going through 200 raw files trying to find examples of things that are going to align with what you're saying in a video. Like, I would have spent dozens of hours going through these videos if I really was looking for the specific example of something that I was saying in the video. However, moving forward, how often do you get a gameplay through that is that long? You know what I mean? So, I'm going to be doing my best to making, you know, video clips that are pertinent to what I'm saying in these videos, you know, play as I say things in these kind of videos as well, alright? So, immediately already, you know, not even a week, and I've taken direct feedback based off of your responses to my original video on KO Gaming, And if you have not checked it out yet, I certainly hope that you will check out the content over there. That's at youtube.com/KOGaming1. That is how you get to it. And, excuse me, I believe as of right now, we've got over 3,700 subscribers and growing. I mean, every time I go to the page and I refresh it, there's tons more subscribers, which is great. I think there's a natural trickling of people to the page because a lot of people are probably apprehensive to see what the content will be before they subscribe, being that it is a brand new channel and a different style of stuff for me. At the same time, as I've said before, it is incredibly difficult to get people to jump onto something new. All right, it really is. I know this for a fact. I mean, many years that I've done things on YouTube and on the internet. You know, originally my channel was Dark Side Phil. Then I tried to get people to jump to DSPGaming. Then I tried to get them to go to DSP Street Fighter. Then I tried to get them to go to Blip TV. Then I tried to get them to go back to YouTube. I had the King of Hate HD, which was my original vlogging channel. Then I had the King of Hate Vlogs, which is my new vlogging channel, and the various other channels that I've had on YouTube. It's not an easy thing to get conversion. All right, it's just not. And, you know, eventually it will get to the point where people will say, oh, KO Gaming, yeah. But, you know, the channel's not even been out for a week yet, so we got to get there, okay? So, thank you to those of you who have checked out the channel. There will be pertinent content on that channel frequently. The next video that's going to be going up on KO Gaming will be hopefully going up, I'm hoping, Friday night. And that is going to be the Hits of the Week. Hits of the Week, ladies and gents. And what that is I'm going to be taking some of the best moments of all my raw gameplay this week. So when you think about it, what did I play this week? Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories, Yakuza 5, and Resident Evil 0. I'll be taking the best moments of all that and editing it into a, you know, maybe around 10 minutes long, I'm thinking. You know, a montage of the best stuff as like almost a highlights and previews. Like, look, here's what you could have seen if you watched DSP Gaming this week. And what I'm hoping is two things. Number one, it's going to get people interested in watching stuff on DSP Gaming, the raw playthroughs, the live streams, because they'll see, wow, this is what happened all week. I don't want to miss that. I'm going to check it out next week. That's number one. And number two, for those who maybe specifically don't have time to watch the raw playthroughs or the live streams, they'll at least be able to see the highlights of the week. And once people see this kind of video, they'll be like, wow, this is what I'm going to get, you know, weekly. I'm going to subscribe. So that's kind of the hope here with the Hits of the Week, the expectation. And I'm going to be doing that roughly once a week. I mean, my goal is to do it once a week. Of course, there may be circumstances or whatever that prevent that, but for the most part, I would like to do that once a week, and I'm hoping that it works out. So that's coming up this weekend, around Friday-ish, okay? Tonight, what will I be doing tonight? Well, after this stream of Resident Evil 0, which, by the way, will start within a few minutes here, it'll be around 3.5 hours of Resident Evil 0 gameplay for you on the stream today. Tonight, I'm going to be working on a vlog, which is good because I have not had a chance to do any kind of a special vlog in 2 weeks, because I was sick last week. In particular, the vlog is going to be about DC movies. And what I mean by that is DC Comics is pretty much on a media blitz right now in regards to all of their upcoming movies and entertainment offerings. So, right now, you know, Marvel is all the rage with their movies, right? You got the Iron Man, you got your Thor, your Captain America, your Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, and everyone's all crazy for Marvel. In fact, you know, Deadpool's about to come out. X-Men, there's a new X-Men this year. And so Marvel's really been the dominating force for comic book movies at the box office. DC wants to strike back, and this year, 2016, is going to be a huge year because they're going to have multiple movie offerings. You're going to get Batman vs. Superman, as well as Suicide Squad, both coming out this year for DC Comics. Now, I have been a pretty adamant critic, let's put it that way, and a skeptic when it comes to these movies. Because, quite honestly, I am a huge fan of DC Comics. I, love Batman, I love Superman, the DC villains. And when I started watching all of the press coverage and the stuff that they were releasing for these movies, I was kind of disappointed. And I've been kind of a critic of that over the past year. And we had our teaser trailer for Suicide Squad last year at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. I hated it. I thought it was terrible. And, I talked about it on a Hate Live podcast. And as of yesterday, it was official, last night, the official trailer for Suicide Squad was released. And after having a chance to watch this trailer, let it sink in overnight, I'm going to watch it again. I'd like to do a vlog about my feelings about this trailer and let you know exactly what I think about this upcoming movie, alright? Now, in addition to that, at the same time, last night, for the very first time, there was a sneak peek preview of an upcoming in-development Wonder Woman movie. And if you can believe it, Kevin Smith is involved, which I did not expect. I certainly didn't know if they were going to be recruiting him to be doing a mainstream superhero movie, especially after the snafu in the 90s, where he was going to supposedly direct a Superman movie with Nicolas Cage. So, I've seen this first look preview of the Wonder Woman movie. And what I would like to do is talk a little bit about that as well. So tonight's vlog will be dual use. It'll basically be me talking about Suicide Squad and Wonder Woman. And, how long will it be? Probably around 10-15 minutes tops. And, I don't foresee that it's going to be anything majorly complicated or anything like that. But I think it's going to be something fun. If you remember, a couple weeks ago I did a vlog on the Oculus Rift's price announcement of $600. And the fact that a lot of people were kind of up in arms about that. And were very concerned that, this was supposed to be a peripheral that was going to be sold to the mainstream. And who the hell is going to spend $600 just for the VR headset and controller when you still need a computer and everything to use the damn thing. And I very much enjoyed doing that vlog, and that vlog did very well, by the way. I believe at this point it had over, I haven't looked at it in a while. Last time I checked, it had well over 10,000 views and lots of intelligent discussion in the comments. So with my new vlogging efforts this year in 2016, that's my goal, is to kind of inspire discussion. Let's talk about the current events. Let's talk about pop culture. Let's talk about all this stuff going on, right? And then let's inspire discussion. That's the key thing here, okay? So that's what I want, and that's what I'm hoping will happen tonight. I'll make this video about my thoughts about DC movies coming up, and hopefully people will respond with their thoughts. And that's what it's all about. That's what YouTube really is all about. It's supposed to be sharing experiences and having a social commentary, especially with vlogging. That's the key, is you need to have a back and forth, or else what's the whole point, right? It's just me talking to the wall rather than hearing your thoughts as well. So I hope that you will check out tonight this video that I will be releasing on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs, and I want to make that very, very clear. The vlogging content is on The King of Hate Vlogs. I keep getting people asking me, when is this stuff going up on KO Gaming? It's not. KO Gaming is for edited gaming stuff. That's it. My vlogging content, this is the kind of stuff that I used to talk about in a podcast, is going to be going up on The King of Hate Vlogs. And as a follow-up to what I just said, this is the kind of stuff that I used to talk about on my Hate Live podcast. If things go the way that I'm hoping this year, we probably won't be doing the Hate Live podcast anymore, because there's no reason to. Those topics are going to be broken up in smaller, more digestible vlogs that will be uploaded to the King of Hate Vlogs. I mean, ultimately, my goal here would be at least once a week, maybe, to be able to pump out one of these vlogs for you. So at least you have some kind of, topic to be discussed that you could tune into and get my thoughts on every week. And that way, what I used to do, I used to save it all up and then do a 2-hour podcast. Instead, it'll be like maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute video a week. And if there's a busy week where there's a lot of different topics going on, then I'll do multiple vlogs, okay? So that's kind of the goal. That's what I'm going for this year, all right? And hoping that it works out, and I hope that you'll check that out tonight over on the King of Hate Vlogs. There you have it. Tomorrow we'll be returning to Yakuza 5 for the first time in a long time. I haven't played it since the weekend. It will be coming back tomorrow, so don't worry. For those of you who've been waiting and enjoying the Yakuza 5 playthrough, you're disappointed that it's been kind of on the back burner. It's going to start up in a big way tomorrow, because it's basically going to be me alternating Yakuza 5 and Resident Evil 0 for the next several days until next week, into next week. And then next week, I'm going to be doing Undertale. So that's kind of the rest of the week here, is that's going to be a juggling of Resident Evil 0 and Yakuza 5, and starting next week with Undertale. And that'll finish off the month of January. Keep in mind that we still have coming up the Rockathon 2.0, which will be a day-long marathon of Rock Band 4. Ask the King will be next week. So there's a lot of stuff, all right? A lot of stuff coming up. That should be pretty interesting, and I hope that you'll tune in for it, okay? So what else is going on? I'm still getting over this damned cold, as you can hear. I sound very nasally, and I apologize for that. You know, it is what it is. I'm not really too congested anymore. It's just that I still got some nastiness up in here in my system, and hopefully it's not too distracting in my playthroughs and whatever. But, you know, that's life. Hopefully I'll get over it within the next week or so, right? Really don't have much more else to talk about, quite honestly. It's a pretty busy week for me, but it's not a week where I have too much crazy stuff going on that I really need to yab about. Yab? What the hell's yap? Yap. I was gonna say yap, but I said yab. Weird. Dyslexic. Alright, so, really, that's pretty much it. I guess we'll just go to the gratuitous plugs, and then we'll get started with gameplay. Alright? So, gratuitous plug number 1 is obviously going to be my girlfriend Leanna's business, The Black Currant, where you can get handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. Today, I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, because I usually talk about it every day. But give it a look over at etsy.com/shop/The Black Currant, spelled C-U-R-R-A-N-T. And keep in mind that it is a cool gift idea. If you do end up getting something from there, it helps not only her but me as well. I mean, we live in the same house. It's like her business benefits my living, obviously. So, you know, check it out. Something different, right? And, of course, my gratuitous plug, being that it is now the 20th. We've only got 11 days left in the month of January. Is that true? 30 days past September, April, June, and November. All the rest of 31 except for February. Yeah. So January has 31 days. Only 11 days left to pledge to my January Patreon. And this month is a very interesting month to pledge. Number one, because I need your help, obviously. With everything going on with this year, with my new contract with Machinima, and I'm making way less money on YouTube in general. The fact that I'm now currently in flux. I've got a new channel I'm trying to promote and get people over to. And I got this new formula of video production that I'm using. It's going to be a tumultuous few months here until we get people all on board and on track, and I'm hoping that by the summer-ish time, because of all the new releases and everything, things have picked up, and I'll be okay. But for right now, things are pretty uncertain. So your support right now is very much appreciated and very much needed. If you're watching my daily live streams, if you're watching these videos on demand on YouTube and you're really enjoying them, you want to go the extra mile, one of the ways you can do that is by pledging to my Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. You get personal perks for doing so, such as getting text or verbal thank you messages, getting your questions answered on Ask the King, getting a private Q&A video, or getting premium forum access. And in this case, this month in particular, getting the premium forum access is incredibly important because the goal for January, if we hit the goal, is the return of the Patron's Choice playthrough, meaning that those who pledge $5 or more in the month of January will get that premium forum access, and in the month of February, they'll be posting up their nominations for a game you want to see me do a playthrough of. And it's not a guaranteed full playthrough, but it's at least 4 dedicated gaming sessions, so you're talking a good 10 to 12 hours of gameplay right there, of whatever game gets nominated and chosen, okay? People love this. Last year, it was the most successful goal level that I ever did, because we had games such as Minecraft, Persona 4, which ended up being not only a successful game for the Patron's Choice, but people demanded that I do a full playthrough of, and I did, and I loved it. And also Fallout New Vegas. So 3 really awesome games and projects that I worked on last year that were very successful as a result of this Patron's Choice goal, okay? So I can't imagine what people are going to nominate. I mean, some things people have tossed out there already, things like a game like Mafia 1 or 2, since Mafia 3 is coming out soon. Some people have suggested other RPGs, all right? And, you know, there's all kinds of suggestions that people have been tossing my way, and I'm like, that would be perfect for Patron's Choice. So please consider pledging for this month. 11 days left. If we hit the goal level for this month for funding, I'll be doing this as a special event. And, you know, hopefully we hit it. And it would be about mid-March, I'll be beginning that Patron's Choice playthrough. Okay? Last but not least, everyone, I'm going to throw this out there before we get started. you're going to notice something different in the descriptions of my videos. All right? You're going to notice this from now on. It's a change that is going to be full-time. In the descriptions of all the videos that are related to gaming that I put out on YouTube, you're going to find Amazon Associate links. What this is that I've become a part of the Amazon Associates program, and what that means is that I have the ability to provide product links to you. And if you click on those links and you buy that product, or if you buy anything on Amazon after you click on that link, I get a product referral credit, which means Amazon's like, gee, thanks for directing people to our site. We'll give you a little kickback of, you know, maybe a couple bucks here or there because someone bought something on our website because you provided the link for them, okay? So, for example, right now, Resident Evil 0, if you're liking this playthrough and you're like, man, I'm really digging this, you know, maybe I'd like to buy this game and play it, I've got links in the description of all the videos on YouTube where you can click on them and buy them through there, and if you do, from Amazon, I get a couple bucks here or there, all right? It's not a lot. I think at this point it's like 4% or something. I don't know, something very minuscule. But, you know, it'll add up over time if a lot of people end up doing it. It should be a significant source of side income for me, and it really helps out. This year in particular, I'm trying to make up for this lost revenue that I got last year, and we'll see. You know, it could work out to be something huge if people start regularly using this, okay? So, please check it out. As you're watching videos on YouTube, anything, it could be on KO Gaming or it could be on DSPGaming, check out the description of the videos and use those links, okay? And it's going to be incredibly pertinent, I think, you know, for other things coming up. For example, you know, when I've got a new game playthrough for a hyped game, and people are like, wow, I didn't get it yet, but I'm watching Phil play it, I love it, now I want it. Boom. Click it, buy it. Perfect, right? I'm not going to go too far into that. The one thing I will tell you, though, unfortunately, is that the way it works is that it's for every country or region. So, for example, if you live in the United States, you're good to go. If you live outside the United States, I don't think the links work. And I'm not going to sit here and register for 20 different, you know, regions. I know there's one for UK, and there's one for Canada, and there's one for, like, Asia. You know, I'm not going to be spamming 14 different links in every video I put out there. I'm just going to put the American referral links, all right? So, it is what it is. You know, can't really say too much else about it. Please check it out. It's just another way, another method by which you can help out. Especially if you're already buying stuff on Amazon. It's no skin off your back to click a link and buy through that link, right? Okay. Alright. That is it, everyone. Thank you very much for being here on stream. We're going to get started momentarily with gameplay. Alright, let's do it. Peace out. Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. Let's kill some fucking mutants. Sounds good.